Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha. This is the Budget Mum UK. Today I am back in the kitchen for some more cooking recipes, some more money saving tips for you. It is October. I am feeling that chill in the air and I'm looking for ways to save money and make some delicious food that I know you guys are going to love. I want to get out my slow cooker. I've got that kind of vibe in the air. It's like slow cooker kind of season. And not only that, it is a little bit cheaper than using the old oven at the moment. I'm going to have a go at coming up with 7 family-friendly recipes. So basically to serve 4 people, essentially, that we can freeze, prep ahead of time. We can throw them in the freezer, all bagged, ready to go, and basically in the morning pull it out before work, before school, before your day even begins, and then it is ready in the evening. If you didn't already know, I used to own a 120-seater restaurant, which means I know how to cook lots of delicious and nutritious meals without having to spend too much. I make the most out of every single ingredient, so that really sort of gives me a bit of an insider point of view on how to make the most of your money. I live on a budget. I've worked on a budget as well within the kitchen. That means I can now share those ideas with you. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel is all to do with budgeting and finance. It is about my journey to becoming debt-free, having paid off almost £100,000 worth of debt, and I'm at that turning point. I've lived on a really close budget by doing lots of saving situations really throughout my recent life, and I share all those ideas on here with you. So if you think that is of something of interest to you, I would absolutely love it if you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, go ahead, hit the thumbs up like icon if you think it's got something of value for you. It not only makes my day, but it helps the YouTube algorithm so I can keep making these videos just like this one for free for you guys. And then why not hit that little bell notification so that you know every single time that I upload a video. It's free, it's the best price of all, and it just makes my day. If you're already subscribed, then of course you already know that you are a legend and I absolutely love you. Thank you so much for sticking around. Right, I'm going to go a little bit out of my comfort zone. Now, generally, I'm a Tesco kind of gal, but I'm going to the gym shortly, and on the way home is an Aldi's. So Aldi's is a little bit further away from me. It's not somewhere I tend to pass, but I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it another go because I know they're really good at doing those sort of one-off, I think they do 6 a week or something, where they've got 6 fruit or vegetable on like a really good deal. So I thought you might be interested to go and check those out, because right now, lots of really good vegetables are sort of coming into their own. Ones that are really good for those slow cooker recipes, ones that are also kind of what we class as like a speed food, really healthy ones that are just sort of really filling, but they're really nutritious as well, so perfect for what this video is trying to achieve. So I thought it'd be good to go into there. Because I'm not too familiar with it, I'm not going to go in with a specific game plan. I think I know what I want. I know what kind of ingredients I can tend to use within these kinds of recipes where I can get quite a lot out of them. So I'm going to have that in mind as I'm going. But to be honest, I'm going to let the aisle speak to me, which is very on me. If you know me already, you know I normally plan. I go in with a game plan and I know what I'm already going to go and buy. But I'm just sticking with what I know I'm looking for. And we're going to see what we can come up with. I'm going to take you with me so you can keep an eye on me, and I'll show you the receipts and everything that I've got at the end. I'm hoping, in theory, I should be able to do this for under £30, and I should be able to get 7 evening meals to feed 4, so it's like 28 really good rich meals, and I'm excited to do it and see what we can come up with. So why not come with me and let's go and get some shopping done. bag, and I did it. £26 and 3p is what I spent today. And I was quite impressed. Like, I was putting the meat in the trolley and I was thinking, this is going to be a tricky one. But the price of the vegetables, I'm just looking at everything I've got here. The price of the vegetables weren't too bad. There was a few things I picked up and put back again. So for example, I picked up some other onions, and then I was going to get the netted onions that were on offer, and then I saw these wonky onions, which are fine. I did, however, look at quite a few bags of these, and at least one of them was mouldy or was going to be an issue, as in it wouldn't last very long. But because we are going to be freezing these, because they're going to go into the freezer until I'm ready for them, it's not going to be an issue. It's quite a lot in there, and it was better value ultimately. Quite impressed with these peppers. These peppers weren't, I couldn't see the price on them, but £1.16, and I've got 4 peppers, and I'm really fussy about my green peppers, so I don't really like them. I find them a bit too bitter, but because these are just turning, and I've got some really nice red ones, they're going to be great. Possibly could have got away with just one bag, but because these were really cheap, these were 29p. I got 2 bags. There are some things that I've already got in that I know I need to use up, so I purposely not bought those. However, for the sake of transparency, because this was £26 and 3p, I am confident in telling you that those ingredients would not be more than £4. There are things like I've got some reduced leeks in there, or I've got some more mushrooms. I will be using maybe some herbs and spices, and if you price them up by pinch or teaspoon, they would be pennies. So I'm quite confident that everything here would be less than £30 for all these meals. So yeah, let's have a look. I'm going to start prepping and putting everything together. I will put everything onto a shopping list as well, so you can see exactly what I bought and how much I paid. I'll put all that in the comment section. As always, those prices are valid as of today, and I'll put today's date on there as well. Yeah, let's have a look at what I'm going to be making. So first up, I'm going to be making a beef goulash. So we finely diced the potatoes, carrots, celery, onion and peppers. I have a tablespoon of paprika, 2 tablespoons of tomato puree, the beef and some beef stock, and I'll add 500 ml of water before it goes in the pot. And we're going to put everything into one of these big freezer bags, apart from the tinned tomatoes and the water for the vegetable stock. Seal it up and squeeze out any excess air, making sure that those ingredients are nice and secure so it can go into the freezer and last until you're ready for it. This is perfect just by itself. Next up, we've got this beef and pork mince ragu. You could use just beef or just pork, but the mixture of these two together really enhances the flavour. Finally, prep all the vegetables. Ideally, Worcestershire sauce would be best, but I haven't got any, so I'm adding some red wine vinegar and mustard to mine. Just like before, we're going to put all the ingredients into one of the freezer bags, but we're not going to be putting in the passata or water. About 1 litre of water would be great for this one. Add that in, and the tomatoes just as you're ready to prep and cook your meal. Serve on top of your favourite pasta. Next is one of my favourites, which is beef and mushroom. I've also added a glass of red wine just because I had one left over, but you don't need to do that. Finally, dice the vegetables, and there's a tablespoon of the sugar, a teaspoon of tomato puree, and a teaspoon of thyme. Throw everything in the bag just as before, removing all the extra air. You can even put that glass of red wine in there if you want to. It will freeze absolutely fine, not a problem. Serve over the top of a bed of mash and extra gravy. This is a family favourite. It is of course a sausage and bean casserole. I chose to use the chipolatas for this one just because they were more value for money and they had a really high pork content. Prep the vegetables, and we've got a teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of oregano, teaspoon of chilli and a teaspoon of garlic, 2 teaspoons of tomato puree. Pop everything into a bag and freeze, including those baked beans. If you want to also add a tin of tomatoes later on when it goes in the pan, that would be great as well. This is absolutely delicious just on its own. Next up is a chicken, leek and mushroom casserole. This is as simple as it looks. Just dice up those leeks, give them a good wash, and the mushrooms, add everything together, and later on we're going to add 1 litre of water to the stock pan. And as always, pop everything into a bag apart from the water, which you can add just as everything is going into the slow cooker. Serve with extra vegetables and some lovely mashed potato. Next we have a mushroom bourguignon. This is packed full of flavours. This time, slice the carrots in a length and dice all the other vegetables. We have a teaspoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of tomato puree, a teaspoon of thyme and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Get everything into the bag and give it a really good mix around to make sure all those flavours are enhanced and spread all over the vegetables. This is perfect with a big husk of crusty bread. Chicken curry is up next, and you can make this with any curry powder you like. I've just got regular plain medium curry here. Dice all the vegetables, keep that squash and those onions and peppers nice and chunky. Add in 2 tablespoons of your favourite curry powder, and when it goes into the pot, 500 ml of water too. Pop all those chunky vegetables, the meat and the spices into the bag and add in the coconut milk and tinned tomatoes just as it's going into the slow cooker along with that water. Perfect with fluffy white rice. And that is us all complete. I'm going to pop those in the freezer. They are ready to go now. So that is my week complete. I've got a meal for the next 7 days. I don't have to worry about it. And it's really healthy as well. I feel very organised and grown up. You know, I love it when that happens. I hope it's giving you some ideas as well and showing you what you can do if you really work with your budget. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you really soon. Bye.